GM, how you guys doing? All right, so it's Thomas again, and today we're going to do a Parimutuel Typescript quick start. So you and your friends and anybody who you also send this video to can learn how to develop with the Typescript SDK for our Parimutuels protocol. So, what are parimutuels? Parimutuels are a type of dual outcome betting where it allows people to hold the risk from one side or the other side of a decided outcome. You can see this type of betting being very famously used in horse racing, for example, where you have, where you're simply betting if a horse is going to win or is it going to lose. A little more complex than that, of course. But on the side of parimutuels, for what concerns our protocol, it's just as simple as that. You have an asset which can fluctuate in value and has market volatility, and then you can have players with the power of parimutuels contract. They can bet on a pool on which side they believe it's going to go in a set time frame. So, for example, we have like parimutuel that expires in 5 minutes for the price of Bitcoin. So you could either bet it goes up or down at the start of the parimutuel. And once the parimutuel contract settles, and depending on where the price of Bitcoin is either up or down from that starting price, then either side will win in a pro rata basis. While the parimutuel network takes a 3% cut of the whole volume of the winning side, which 50% of that goes to the liquidity providers for the markets, and 50% goes to network stakers. So, let's look at some examples right now, right? So at the moment, there's a few examples still developing on top of the Parimutuel protocol, but some live ones are Iconic, which is a centralized application for users to be able to bet on these games, and that's powered everything by our Parimutuel protocol, right? They have users that bet it from there in a secure way in a centralized platform, but it all settles on chain and it's all transparent. So it's kind of like a CeFi DeFi kind of mix, which is pretty cool. And then we have Bunker Boss, which is a Web3 application, kind of more like a mini game. They use our Bonk settlement network, which is an experimental network where you can start betting and create markets that settle on the Bonk token as well. So this is the first application that uses that network. Iconic, on the other hand, uses the USDC network for settlements for games. So yeah, this is a quick overview of what parimutuels are. If you just want to learn more about it, a little more in depth, a little more dial down what actually parimutuels consist of and how they work, you can just come here to our here documentation and just read over this. It's pretty interesting and I really like it. So let's get right into it actually. First, an overview of what we're going to do. In this tutorial, it's going to be very simple. Just going to try to retrieve data from the blockchain with our SDK to get some information about the current parimutuels that are running. What's the pool size, how much is on the short side, how much is on the long side, at what time does it start, at what time does it end, and that sort of thing. All right, so let's get right into it.